Okay, that's steep. Probably gonna kill myself doing this. Whoa. Shit. Whoa. Fuck. This water is clean and tasty and lovely to drink. Well, when you have a dry creek, I mean, here it's not an issue, but just like somewhere else where you don't have any puddles, and what you do is you find the lowest point. So it's like the bottom of the V, okay? So here, this is the lowest point, and you dig. I mean, you dig better than this and wider than this. So, because I'm recording by myself, the sand is falling back in. So there's actually a rock under here. I'll show you the rock. I don't want the rest of the sand to fall in. There's the rock in there. Anyway, yeah, it looks dirty because it's only dirty because you're mucking up all the nutrients that are in there, you know, everything that's in the soil. But what you do is you dig a big enough hole, and you let that settle. All those nutrients will sink to the bottom. As you can already see here, it's a bit clearer. And you don't even have to wait. You can drink it like that if you want. It's only nutrients. It's ground. All water comes from the ground. So that'll settle to the bottom, and you'll have clean water to drink. I don't think this is clear enough on the video. But anyway, that's your survival tip. This can be anywhere. It can even be in a desert. You'll be surprised what you find on the ground. And sometimes where these rivers exist, there actually usually is rock underneath where there are creeks and creek riverbeds. Because what happens is creeks erode the ground, and underneath there's always some kind of a substructure, rocks, a platform, a terrace, a bedrock, and you'll survive. Another trick is to always find the bottom of the V in the landscape. So, see how it goes down like a V? Almost all of the time there will be moisture. If you can find somewhere, anywhere along the line of the depression, it's called a depression because it goes down. Anywhere in the bottom of that V, you might have to go right to the back of it or at the bottom of it. You'd be able to find, you'd have to dig maybe into soil or ground or whatever. Dig a nice enough hole, and sometimes you can find, if there's rocks, you know, between the cracks of the rock there'll be seepage. That's another survival trick where you can look for water. Yeah. In general, wherever there is two hills or a mountain, always at the bottom you'll find, or in the valley you'll find water if you dig. Well, not always, but if you're lucky. But that's another survival tactic and another trick you've got to work with. But naturally and generally, that's where water falls towards. Even in dry climates, the water falls towards the bottom of that V shape in the landscape, and that's your survival tool. As you can see, these grasses, this type of grass always grows. So these grasses always grow at the bottom, where there's water, where water sits, where there is a lagoon. Those ones as well. So you've got a few different types. It's not the best to go in there and dig, but maybe somewhere over there, somewhere around them, and then dig at the bottom, you'll probably find water. Now, that's in natural places. If you go into places where they're developed and there's people and houses and whatnot and factories, never ever drink water around those type of areas unless you know that the whole border of the hill and the little V is completely protected and not touched by anything. If it's touched by houses and plumbing and factories, guarantee that's polluted and toxic. So we're talking about natural places. Okay, now we're in that flat part that I was talking about. But look, if you dig deep enough, oh, I just filled up my hole. If you dig deep enough, you get this wet sand. It's really wet sand. It's actually wet. And a little bit wider. Deeper and wider. So that's why I said deeper and wider, because the dry sand keeps falling in there. And the moisture just gets sludgier. Oh, I hit water. It's really sludgy down there. I don't know if you can hear that. See if you can hear it. That's really wet down there. Oh, I hit water. Yep, I hit water. But this bloody dry sand keeps... Can you hear that? The dry sand keeps sucking it up. Oh. Oh. I don't know if you can see that. There's something shiny down there. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in. The phone, why isn't the phone zooming in? There you go. Alright, I'll do it again. Oh, I'm sure you heard it that time. You gotta have heard it. There's the water. See that shiny bits? That's water. Oh, look at it. Yeah, hey. There you go. Alright, I better close it in case an animal falls in or something. Here's another trick. I know it's not that obvious. I'll do my best. There's a palm tree over there. I'm trying to point there. It's got all the little leaves on it. But there's another one over there, and there's a few right at the back. See those funny looking things? Why isn't it zooming? You know, that's not the point. Look for palm trees in a natural landscape and you will find water. Probably even in the desert. But palm trees are a good sign of natural groundwater. Even though they can grow in dry spots or climates or areas, it's because there's some kind of water collection underneath and a lot of moisture. Dig a hole deep enough, wide enough. Hopefully you don't fall in it. There you go. Try and see if there's a way of getting out if you do fall in it. And yeah, that's where you'll find. See, there's like a little oasis in there. I can see from here. There's grasses there, and I'm barefoot. I'm not going to walk in there. But if I had jeans and gumboots or sneakers or something, I'd go in there and I'd explore next time. But yeah, palm trees love growing at the bottom where water collects and drains through the soil. Ugh. Right, this looks like a cactus type of thing. It's a ground cover. You can actually, big bull ants. You can actually rip. They have actually little fruits, little red ones, like little balls. You can eat them for water, or you could eat the leaves. The leaf is crunchy, like a salty grape. It's not, when you first chew into it, it's nice, and then it's kind of like a, I'm only doing this because I want to survive. It's only a survival thing. The leaves are full of water, and they're not hard. They're like grapes with a bit of salt and a touch of bitterness to it, like rust. But these are survival skills, not have a rich lifestyle skills. That's how you recognise the plant. They're closed, the flowers are supposed to be open and like big pink paintbrushes. Sometimes the flowers change, but you can't mistake that plant. Oh, here's some. Still a bit closed. Lovely. There's some open ones. Actually can't see where the camera is focusing. There's birds everywhere.